Hey everyone, I'm Steve Cherry and this is my World Cup video blog. Today I'll be previewing Group G. Who's in Group G? It's the group of death. It's Germany, Ghana, Portugal, and USA. So let's start with Germany. Making their 17th appearance at the World Cup Finals, they are a 3-time winner, but they have lost the World Cup Finals a record 4 times. Joachim Low has been their head coach since 2006 after his mentor, Jurgen Klinsmann, stepped down. He has always finished with silver or bronze medals as the head coach, and this may be their best year to break that trend. The key players are going to include Manuel Neuer, goalkeeper, who's perhaps the best goalkeeper in the world. He's a starter in 2010 at the World Cup and the 2012 Euros. He definitely brings more than any other goalkeeper to Brazil from any other country. He's an exceptional player who can lead from the back and help the defense tremendously. So next, a defender, the captain, Philipp Lahm, arguably the best right back in the world. His championship experience exceeds just about anybody else's in this tournament. He's unbelievable for his club side, Bayern Munich, and he can play in multiple roles throughout the defense, whether it's at right back or center back or central defending midfielder. Finally, Mesut Ozil. He's a midfielder who will have to play a major role if they want to win the group. He has great first touch and passing ability. He'll definitely have to make the most of that for this squad. He can easily get frustrated though by the defenses in this group. So with so many injuries to their core, like Marco Reus and Mario Gomez, can they win the World Cup? Well, I'll say Miroslav Klose is 1 goal away from tying the all-time World Cup goal-scoring record of Ronaldo with 15. So I think they'll definitely depend on him as well as youngsters Thomas Müller and Mario Götze if they plan on getting out of the group or winning this World Cup. So let's move on to Ghana, the Black Stars. This is their 3rd appearance in the finals, and in my opinion, they're the best team in Africa, and because they and the USA are in this group, that's what makes it the group of death. The best chance of any African team, in my opinion, to win the World Cup. In 2006, they made their rookie effort at a World Cup and made it all the way to the round of 16. In 2010, they made it even farther to the quarterfinal. So James Kwesi Appiah is a friendly face for the Black Stars. He played for them domestically. He also was an assistant to the 2010 team. He promoted in 2012. The key players for him are going to be, first off, Asamoah Gyan. He's the striker and captain. He took some time off after the 2010 World Cup, being their highest goal scorer, but came back and is now the captain of the side. He felt broken after the moment that he missed the penalty kick in 2010 that could have possibly seen them go to the semifinal and become the first African nation to reach a semifinal in the World Cup. Being the captain now, he's going to definitely have to match his skills from 2010 if Ghana wants to make an impact. Secondly, Kevin Prince Boateng, a center attacking midfielder who can play up in a forward position up on the left or right wing, but he's perfect for attacking in this team's format. I mean, he can score from deep, but also knows when to give up the ball to players like Gyan. He will play against his half-brother, who is of German descent, in the group stage, so that should make an interesting battle. It's the 2nd time in a row that they've faced off. So finally, Kwadwo Asamoah, the left mid. He's been named Ghanaian Player of the Year 2 times in a row. He has championship experience with Juventus, has a fantastic long shot, and will be a key figure for Ghana up the left side if they want to make a splash at this World Cup. All right, so can Ghana get out of this tough group? Yes. I think they can get out of this tough group, and I think behind the rare unity that this team shares, they've been called the golden generation of Ghana. I think they can actually win this group. So let's move on to Portugal, Os Navegadores. This will be their 6th appearance at the World Cup Finals. Their best appearances coming in 1966, finishing in 3rd, with Golden Boot winner Eusebio that year, who made his impact as maybe one of the best footballers of all time. And in 2006, they came in 4th in Germany, losing to the Germans in the 3rd place game. Paulo Bento has been their head coach since 2010. He's yet to see major success with the Portuguese, but hopes to take them a little bit farther than they've been in the recent history at this World Cup. The key players for him are going to include Cristiano Ronaldo, a forward and captain of this squad. He's regarded as maybe the best player of all time. There's a dispute between he and Lionel Messi, but he scored 24 goals in 32 games since Bento was appointed. He was the World Player of the Year last year, and he's coming off a Champions League winning season. But he's been injured since training for this World Cup and might miss the first game, which would be very detrimental to them because they're playing Germany. Secondly, João Moutinho. He's a midfielder and he's the 2nd best player on the team, but by a long shot. He possesses intelligence on the pitch and pinpoint passing. He must find a connection with Ronaldo, though, as well as Nani and Raul Morales if they plan on advancing. And finally, probably their strongest defender, Pepe. He's very powerful, big defender, born in Brazil, but chose to play for the Portuguese. Will need to be at his best to stop the striking prowess of this group. So can the Portuguese get out of the group without Ronaldo? I don't think so. His performance against Sweden proved that alone. He scored all 4 of their goals and helped them win that playoff. So let's move on to the Yanks, the USA. Their deepest run came in 1930 when they finished in 3rd place. That's right, 3rd place. And this will be their 8th appearance at the World Cup in 2014. Jurgen Klinsmann was named their head coach in 2011. He has won the World Cup with West Germany as a player in 1990 and guided them to 3rd place in the 2006 World Cup on home soil. His most recent accomplishment came in the summer of 2013, winning the Gold Cup with the United States of America. The key players for Klinsmann at this World Cup are going to include midfielder Michael Bradley. He's moved into a center attacking role, but his 2010 experience should help tremendously. He recently made a move from Roma to Toronto FC after not seeing much playing time in the Italian club side. Moving on, Jozy Altidore, who plays in the Barclays Premier League. He's a forward. He's our main striker. He must continue the form he found against Nigeria if they want to make a splash at the World Cup. He's the only American to ever score in 5 games in a row. He's big and physically imposing on defenses. He brings speed as well. So he's nothing short of an ideal striker for Klinsmann's formation. And finally, Tim Howard, recently capped 100 times. He is a fantastic goalkeeper, perhaps the best in the United States of America's history. He plays for Everton in the Barclays Premier League, so he's constantly playing against top-tier opposition. I think he's going to have an excellent World Cup as long as the defense and he can communicate well. So will the U.S. regret not bringing Landon Donovan? I don't think so at all. He has contributed everything he possibly could in the 3 World Cups that he made it to. It's time for a new group, and this new group has such great unity that I'm going to make a bold statement and say that they actually finish 2nd and get out of the group. So the group schedule is as follows. June 16th, Germany plays Portugal and Ghana plays USA. On June 21st, Germany plays Ghana. It's the Battle of the Botangs. On June 22nd, Portugal plays USA. And on June 26th, Germany plays USA and Portugal will play Ghana to close out the group. So the biggest match of the group, we all know how important each match of the group of death is going to be. So I think the best matchup to see would actually be 2 players, Philipp Lahm and Cristiano Ronaldo. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible to see 2 of the best players in the world go head to head. But if Ronaldo's not fit, I think Portugal versus the USA will determine the 2nd place team of the group. So the breakout stars of the group are actually going to be a pair of brothers from Ghana. It's going to be Andre and Jordan Ayew. Both are going to have a major impact on Ghana's footballing legacy for years to come. They're 24 and 22 years old. These are 2 of some of the best young, talented forwards in France right now. And I think that if they just continue to improve at the club level, even if they split up, they can always come back and make a splash for their African side. I think Ghana definitely has a lot going for them, especially with some young talent like this. So everyone watch out for the Ayew brothers in this World Cup and the future. I do think the dud of the group are going to be the German and Portuguese defenses. I just don't see them doing well in the Brazilian conditions. The weather will get to them, ultimately causing maybe the biggest upsets in World Cup history. USA and Ghana will advance, mark my words. Well, that's my Group G preview. I hope I'm right about this. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Cherry. Take care.